when we first went into Newcastle, we must have got off on the Gateshead side because we walked over the bridge. It just had been opened apparently, and we were, somebody, I don't know whether it was the Queen or one of royalty, opened the bridge, I'm almost sure, but we weren't there for that. We went another day, but we were still able to walk across from Gateshead onto the Newcastle side. But it was the first time I've ever been to Newcastle. Eventually, in later years, I did work there. I was in domestic service. These days it's called an au pair, but it wasn't swanky then. It was sort of a friend of mine, and they knew a young couple that wanted a young girl to train to help her look after two young children. There was a 4-year-old girl, dark hair, straight hair, beautiful little boy at 10 months with blonde hair, all curls. And I stayed with him about 15 months. And then I worked on with 2 older children after that. I did have to mind them. The youngest one I used to take to school, or take them anywhere where they needed to go. And the next one, there was 2 girls, and I used to take them either to dancing class if their mum couldn't go with them, or whatever they were going to do that day. I used to take them to the parks in Newcastle, the exhibition park and Heaton Park. We've lived here now, I think we came in 1960. My husband changed his job and we came in to live. We couldn't rent a house, none to get at all. And at the time, I said to my husband, we could buy a house, you know. He says, what with? I said, well, you get a mortgage. But he says, where would get a mortgage? So one night I said, sit down and I'll tell you where we can get the mortgage. 3 of us were paying 12 and 6 a week bus fare. I was paying £37 or £39 for rent. And then I had to pay for him for school, for travelling back and forth. Well, if you added that up, it gave us a deposit to buy a house. Well, I worked at Ben's at the time, and the young junior used to say, Winnie, there's a house empty on such and such a place. So we got a house that way. It just needed a bit of tender love and care, that was all, but it was a lovely terrace. We've moved out of it now because I'm in a flat, but it was a beautiful house. It's what they ask for now, 3 bedrooms. We had 3 nice bedrooms. There was a sitting room, a dining room, what they called a breakfast room, and then what they called a scullery. They're still there. It's at Heaton. That was my first house. And every weekend, when I got my pay, I used to go and buy some curtains because we hadn't any to fit them. Because we had more modern windows where we were in the rented property, you see. It just needed a bit of tender love and care, that was all.